Hello, hello, welcome everyone to our almost Sunday, I guess midnight stream, I guess. Welcome everyone. Today we have a special event where we're gonna see Lily playing against a real ladies professional. No, I mean, I am also a real ladies professional, but real ladies professional for Dan, whose name is Yamada. And let me quickly pop up her profile picture. The handicap will be the bishop handicap, which is the like one of the most closest handicap. Like you would say, like left lance is like the smallest handicap, but a bishop handicap is a very big step in order to get close to someone's strength. So it's a very nice occasion for Lily to challenge herself and to prove to everyone that she can do it. So this is Yamada-san. She has been a lady pro for a very long time, and she's also the head of our governing body of ladies pros, if I may translate it like that. She's also a friend of mine, and I used to play many games with her, training games, and I know that she is really strong, and hopefully Lily is going to do her best to prevail. We're gonna play on the Earth server, so you guys can also join and watch it live using your account or your pieces that you want. The game will be 15 minutes, 1 minute BOME. And it's so exciting. Yeah. So exciting. Yeah, and she knows about Lily. We actually proposed to do the stream tomorrow the same time as other games, but I told her that Lily is a kid, so young person. Then she said, well, we should do it so that she doesn't have to stay awake for long, and she decided to move it on Japanese morning, especially for her. So it was very nice for Lily too. And also we have a prediction running. If you guys want to vote, will really prevail in Bishop Handicap. If you think she's going to win, vote yes. If you think that she's going to sleep, vote no. Of course, I expect everybody to vote yes. But Bishop Handicap is a difficult handicap. So anything can happen. The game should start in 10 minutes, so we can have some small talk. Maybe if Lily is here, she could tell us what's her feeling about the game, what she expects to achieve. Did she prepare? Hopefully she did. I voted for myself so that I have even more reason that I have to win, says Lily. Of course, the channel points are the least important part, but now it's even a tiny step more important. Gotcha. That's a good thing. The first game tomorrow is like 4 a.m. her time. 100% she wouldn't be asleep. Yeah, I know, but like, try to explain to other people. Well, actually, she's a vampire. Yeah. I actually like it because we can have different streams. Before, we had three games at the same time. It's really hard to like analyze it all at the same time. But thanks to that, we will have more chill atmosphere for each game. They all are played at slightly different timings. Lily gets the handicap. She will have all the pieces. The Lady Pro will have one less piece. Bishop less. Hello, Eltron. Hey, Yaviredin. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Yellow. Welcome again. I only now realized your nickname is written by 2 1s. I didn't realize that before. I'm voting no, but it's only out of greed. Got it, Viredin. You're taking the more beneficial option in case you're right, even though it's less possible or less nice. I actually probably could count on 2 hands all the times I played as State, so it will be interesting. All right. Remember that you're against 50 years as Shogi experience or more. No, 50 years, let's say. Yeah. He's very paranoid about being scammed out of channel points due to my channel. Well, I don't know what happened on your channel, but it is gambling. It is gambling. I'm making a large bet for fun, all right? You're voting for yes, all right? I voted yes to support Lily, but seeing the 100k points for yes, I wish I voted no. Nim, you here to support Lily's? Cool. All right, we have 8 minutes to go. And Lily Lion Main is your nickname, right? So that should be fine. We didn't set up any special tournament for it. It's gonna be like a normal challenge. 81 Dojo might look a little bit weird today because I'm on my official account right now. So it's a little different from our blue one. Hi, Akira. How are you? You could support a small family with that many channel points. I'm not sure if this is how it works, but I can let my rival lose unless it's to me. Ah, I see, I see. But did you vote, Galaxy? Also, why do you have train next to your name? Oh no, current hype train conductor! New Galaxy, do you have anything to explain to us? Twitch shows the truth. Twitch reveals the truth. Also, thank you, Time Zombie, for 25 months. Been looking forward to an event like this for at least 25 months. Yep. We all have been waiting for those amazing Shogi events. And there are more to come. If you guys are not there yet, you should definitely join our Discord to be notified. You will be reminded that tomorrow also we have similar event. And if you want to join our tournaments, the registration is until Monday. Yes, the time control is 1 minute. Pure me. Trains go choo-choo and I like to Nifu. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let's make sure that my everything works. Everything works. Cool. And we're gonna wait for 5 more minutes. I haven't been this excited since the time we stayed up until 4 a.m. to watch Fuji win his first title. Oh, that's cute. Pretty. It's a lines out. All right, Lily. Oh, what did I? Okay. Actually, she won't be using her official account, so I will send you the name you will have to challenge, Lily, on the Discord. And she will be barely on time, I guess. What is TSS? Sounds very similar to TTS, but it's TSS tournament. There is no way for me to click on it without challenging that person, is there? There's so many tournaments on 81 Dojo. TSS. Okay, just a random tournament. Some dojo. Shogi. Oh, there's only event for people who belong to some club. That's cool. All right. I cannot send her challenges. It would make me uwate, so shall... Yeah, of course, she will make the game. Yes, Lily. Yeah, but like you need to know. You need to know who to challenge, right? So she will be waiting, and you will challenge. That's how I assumed it's gonna work. Yeah, you cannot wait for the game. Yeah, she will wait for the game. Yes. I mean, technically, there is this handicap like called opposite, but I don't like two-piece game. No, but this in hand. Never mind, it wouldn't work. Yeah, but that's the nickname. I send it to you on Discord. So this is like the first time planet Earth encounters Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. Yep. How many points did you bet? Are you going to be able to retire after today if you win? Yellow Traffic asks Time Zombie. We still have 10 minutes of voting to go if you guys want to join. You don't want to win. All right. I always hedge with my bets, betting for the outcome that I don't want to happen. If Lily wins, I gain nothing with the points anyways, says Nimio. So if I lose, I will be happy, says Yellow. If I win, I will take my points as a consolidation prize. Okay. Lily will win, says New Galaxy. Time Zombie says everyone voting against her are just trying to donate channel points. How sweet. Lily, when you said they had another account and it was someone you have played many times, I had an idea what an account was before I even said in Discord message. I see. That's cool. You little spy. Muse must like the odds. If Lily loses, then he gets so many channel points. I don't want to see them lose until I beat them. Makes sense, makes sense. Oh, the game started already? So here we go. A little bit early, but we are jumping right in. The handicap is correct. Lily is on the bottom, your opponent is on the top, and let's see what Lily has prepared. Hopefully Lily has left this chat so she doesn't get any type of advice from us. Or at least muted and doesn't look at the window. Well, I wasn't expecting Z to spend his entire 401,000 points. Ooh. This is a bishop handicap. So we have Lily that plays static rook question mark. And her opponent is playing static rook as well. So it's kind of weird. Like if you play normal shogi, it's like the opponent won't have a bishop, right? So their attack won't be as severe. But it's still tricky because it's only a bishop. So many times you can still manage because they will outplay you. So Lily now goes for, I assume, a castle shape. And the game slowly starts, yeah? Yep, that's very funny, Nimio. Hey! Spinal Tap, thank you for the subscribing. Welcome back. 101k is an American joke. Basically, where you put your money to save for retirement. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I totally didn't get it. Totally didn't get it. Yeah, the voting is still going. We still have like 10 minutes to go. If you guys want to vote, predict the outcome. I lost 2,000 already. Probably shouldn't bet anything. That's a safe. You know, we can always bet like 1 point, just because. Whose opening do you like so far, Kara Sensei? I mean, it's Joseki. Joseki. Do I have any way of blocking the private messages? Probably not. Yeah. I turned off the receiving the arrows, so we're not gonna get spoiled. Rejecting the game invitation because it happens to me in the past that I would type a message and click enter and it would accept it randomly. They stopped the Great Ryan booster now. What? I don't understand. Well, there are many, Joseki, but by Joseki I mean she plays standard things. She didn't do any deviation so far. So like Yagura would be one way to go for it. But here she goes for Snow Roof, which is also possible. Her opponent also have a standard shape. And now trying to activate one of the silvers to attack the bishop's head this way or this way. We wanna see something like that. Yeah, there is a Laris Kaufman introduction to handicaps if you guys are interested. Yeah, she's very strong, so. Surprisingly, Lily is also playing very quickly. Like, general professionals are expected to play quickly because, it's a teaching game. Somewhat it is expected. So now the question is, if she goes here and Lily pushes here, or like generally, the question is how Lily is going to counter this, because now Yamada is attacking. Her king isn't yet castled, but being at the disadvantage of the bishop, you need to try to do something. So we're going for a simple boggin attack so far. Yeah, if Lily would take, we take, and then we go here. So we have to do something else here. We should like distract the silver perhaps, or not do anything at all. And then when she takes, we take. If we take it, we allow the silver to go to the 5th row, and it's kind of hard to defend the pawn push next. So now it's the critical point kind of for Lily. Yeah, Gangi is played more often nowadays, so New Galaxy, I really encourage you to try it, yeah. Pawn 3-4, yeah. Pawn 3-4? Emu? What do you mean? Without the pawn 3-4. Yeah, so yeah, that's a thing that because there is no bishop, there was no urge for Wate to push that pawn and open up this bishop line, which means it's less efficient de facto, yeah? Of course, this weakness, this pawn here is still a weakness, but the silver move forced now the bishop line to be closed, so it's quite interesting development. So Lily decided to move the king. Both sides decided to move the king. There were many ideas, like we could have considered this being attacked, so we could have run to the right side as well, I think, but Lily decided to go left. The king went here because now the bishop won't be able to give a check. And Lily probably is trying to put the bishop somewhere along this line now, or at least like go further away from the line of attack here. As a follow-up, next we may be targeting this move. If the silver would take, we take this and target Hasami, which is a scissor attack on the silver. We could consider that next. And here Yamada will have to come up with something to continue. Take, and probably push here is one way to continue, but of course taking here is a possible development. Silver takes, and the question is, what do we do next? Do we take the vanguard pawn on 7-5? Or do we move the rook? If we move the rook, the silver will be able to take 8-5 pawn, so maybe that's not the best. We're gonna see what is Yamada's play here. I think Yamada Sensei might need to use her right knight to make her attack a success. Yeah, definitely. Gangi is weak to rook plus silver. Why make it a closed game if she has the bishop? That's also a good question, Little Magician. It's a good question. So if the silver comes here, I think this silver will be able to advance. What other plays do we have? Like, clearly, Yamada is now attacking, yeah? Whatever Lily does now, she will be defending for a while, waiting for a chance, yeah? Defensive and attacking silver will be most likely be exchanged. So now the question is the king in the right position? What the bishop is going to do in few moves from now? How are you going to activate the rook? Those are the questions that Lily will have to answer, yeah? If the silver goes back to 6, for example, if the silver goes back, the silver will be able to advance, get a vanguard pawn. Yeah, without the bishop, it might be hard to continue, but simply like creating this shape, then going for this attack in the future might be the idea for Yamada. The other move I can imagine would be something like this, but then clearly the king defense will become weaker, so I'm not sure. The other crazy move would be to drop a pawn behind to make it more stable. Which doesn't look too bad, but the silver will be in a little bit awkward position. Yellow says that if silver takes 8-5, then rook to here might be unpleasant. Well, you can still protect it with the pawn, but yes, it is kind of weird position for the silver. Like, you could probably walk it like this, but it would be a weird position for, and you couldn't because the rook goes sideways, yeah. It would be a weird position for the silver indeed. Like, we take a free pawn, but then the silver is maybe, if we go here, the rook comes here, maybe we just go back here, you know, and then try to relocate it. But it's gonna take some time. And this rook isn't in the best position, so I'm not really convinced, yellow. Eight, 4, yeah, 8-4 is you go behind it, so I don't know. The full protects the knight jumps, yeah. But silver 6 bishop, silver's 3-8-5, silver comes back. Yeah, that's also a good point, yeah. But I'm not sure if like harassing the silver is giving Gote enough of a benefit to harass it like this when we could just develop our silver like this and attack this pawn. You know, I don't think it's good enough, but just got here. Is it already bad for Lily? No, it's not. It's definite. It's a good game. No. Killer Daki, no such a thing. We are just trying to find out which variation is the most dangerous. All right, so yeah, the prediction started, the voting ended, and Time Zombie is saying that we have 173,000 points on single game. Yeah, definitely a new record. No, Little Mage. It is that Lily gave up the initiative, but it doesn't mean necessarily that she's losing. Giving away the initiative, yes, sometimes it means that you're at disadvantage, but here she has already a material advantage of having a bishop while the opponent doesn't. So it's not necessarily bad. So here Lily is using awfully lot of time. She's already down to 5 minutes. So it will be a little bit rough in the middle and end game if she runs out of time so early. Yeah, she has that a bishop, exactly. Spinal tap, exactly. Also, a quick reminder, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Zurich time and 2 p.m. Zurich time, we have the following 2 handicap games. So if you guys wanna root for Clomac and Isabella, it's gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow, but it's actually today already. It's past midnight. So on Sunday, yeah. And in 2 weeks, we're gonna have the handicap game of the rest of the tournament, the main tournament. It's gonna be February 13th, the second week of second Sunday. And it's gonna be somewhere in the afternoon as well. But yeah, if you wanna be notified, remember to join our Discord. You're gonna get pinged once we go live, and there's gonna be event on top left. All right, so Lily went for the 8-5 silver. She did, yeah. Oh, sorry. Why not Katagami? For ladies tournament, I decided it would be cooler if we have ladies pro teaching our ladies, basically. Especially that if really seriously trying to become lady pro, I think it's a good like influence on her. All right, so yes, so see, yellow Yamada also decided to use the silver instead, yeah, going for slower play, but more decisive perhaps. So here Lily could defend this 6-6 pawn using the gold tap, but her shape gets a little bit distracted, and it's kind of shame that the king is this close instead of going to the right, a little bit to the left, but well, that's part of the fight, I guess. If the gold goes here, you could ask what happens if we drop the pawn. Well, there's a rook protecting, so it's gonna be fine. After the gold moves, we will be targeting a pawn drop, so I would assume maybe Yamada is going to redrop the pawn, and then the rook would be able to come here. It's a little bit weird shape. The other problem with gold being here is that once the rook comes here attacking the silver, the pawn push isn't really possible, right? It's gonna be a little bit trouble. If we go here, rook here, silver back, and then we pressure the silver, it's gonna be a little bit rough. So yeah, the silver is a little bit hanging weirdly right now. We could think of like counter-attacking here in the meantime, but Lily decided to use the rook instead to protect the 6-6 pawn. So the gold continues the protection of this file, but currently the bishop is being blocked by the rook, and the rook doesn't have any continuation, so it kind of looks ugly, but maybe it's holding. Well, I don't know, Nimi, but it's a good start. You don't want to be rushed, says yellow, but I feel it was a mistake to take this pawn. Yeah, this time we won't have Katagami. This is not a move that's keeping with Lily's style at all. Whenever engine likes it or not, the position doesn't seem... Yep. So this time for the TTS games, I actually will pay for, with help of Nekomado, we're gonna have even cooler events. Spoilers, no spoilers, not gonna tell you guys. The players actually know what's going on. They know there will be something cool about it. I just want to keep it secret for now, but it will be a little bit unusual of a handicap game. So keep being excited, guys. What if rook h2 here? Good question. If rook h2 here, then the silver is in trouble, yeah? We will have to go run away, up or down, because pushing the pawn will be taken by the silver. Pushing the pawn taken by the silver, dropping the pawn doesn't seem like a bad deal, considering there's a... So maybe too many arrows. Maybe against the rook, pawn push isn't too bad. Because silver takes, pawn drop, and we've pressured the rook into this line, yeah? Before the go drop. Yeah. I'm so nervous. I'm playing with my ring and I almost dropped it. You're saying on this move, yeah? I mean, the idea could be the same. Could be the same. If we were go back, then we get pressured again. Yeah, that's... But look how she's prioritizing her king's safety, yeah? But also seeing that she's using her thinking time here. The bishop can be still blocked usually by moves like this, but now that the rook is here, it's kinda nasty looking, right? What would I do? It is difficult actually. The move that we don't wanna do is like pawn drop 8-4. That would be like the worst move. Although we do wanna like pressure the silver away. This would be the worst. Maybe rook 8-2 is still... Rook 8-2, pawn 8-6 is a problem though. Maybe 6-4 pawn first, but 6-5 pawn comes in. And yeah, the rook with this bishop suddenly becomes a good move for Lily. They suddenly cooperate now. I figured out silver takes 8-5, silver 7-5, gold up, rook pawn, and there's some interactive tactics for subway rook. Yeah, that's also true. To be honest, covering the 5-3 square in that position seems extremely prudent, maybe. I need this W so I can get my rematch against you, Sensei. Huh? This is just weather, better position. Yamada's king in full castle Tenili. Well, as we discussed on our Thursday streams, Magician full castle doesn't necessarily mean that you're better off. But yeah, if we consider that the rook and the king are together, that's not a really good shape. Yeah, this is the move I was wondering about, but I wasn't sure against pawn 7, 4-5. If we take the bishop s3, so pawn silver take the pawn also doesn't look too good, so I wasn't sure exactly how to follow up on this move. But the idea of just take the central vanguard pawn and blocking this bishop off, yeah, that's a clear idea here. So if I were Lydia, I would consider this move as a imminent way to like fight it off before the silver goes up. Because once the silver comes in, pawn push is answered by pawn takes. Okay, but we still have pawn 1. Yeah, this wouldn't be good. Pawn takes and we're threatening promotion, yeah? So it would be too late for Lily to counter there. So I think maybe now is the time to open the bishop line. The other thing we can do is pawn takes bishop, and then silver goes back, attacking the bishop, and then we're trying to get tempo back. We're gonna see. Lily is almost in the Biomi, 5 seconds left. Thank you for the follow, Akira. And we will have Madoka's voice. Oh, Yamada Takahashi's voice. She has the birthday on the same day as I do. That's a very scary move. I mean, yes, we want to open the bishop line, but again, we're threatening this. So pawn takes, silver takes is a forced exchange, and now Yamada has additional pawn in hand. But maybe it is a good way. Maybe we're activating the right side silver. It's just very, very complex suddenly. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's even better. Gotcha. So we're using the timing. The bishop is now blocked. We're using the timing to attack the silver anyway. That's brilliant. Oh, yeah, that's what she really played, actually. On BI, I have voice disabled. Yeah, but we're gonna play with it today. Thank you, Mike Star, for the follow. Tenuki! Yes, Tenuki. In between move, kinda. No, it's not an in between move. It's like a move that changes the direction, yeah? You start ignoring that fight that's happening in the center and you attack the other side. The silver is under attack. He decides to go into here, so naturally we're gonna think of punishing that silver. Now Lily could push this pawn to like attack here with the bishop. So let's assume pawn, 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 bishop. And then silver goes back, and both silver and the bishop will be under attack. So Yamada, of course, will go for that. Tetsuji is a good move, like a tactic, basically. The Sabaki didn't happen yet. Sabaki is if this rook would get promoted, for example, yeah? Nothing achieved Sabaki yet, I think. Basically, if this silver will be exchanged with this silver, it also means Sabaki, yeah? Yeah. Go and Shogi are like cousins growing together. Okay, so Lily is going to... They have very close terminology, that's what I'm saying. Tetsubaki, I don't know what's that. So this bishop is indirectly attacking the silver, so probably what Lily is targeting is pawn push, takes. Yeah, she played this immediately. Wish she could use more time in the BOME, but... So that's a good attack, because if the silver is not here, those two pieces can work together to break through. And this king is very vulnerable to rook promotions, so that's interesting. So the question is what Yamada is going to do. Probably protect the silver with the pawn. Lily could be forceful about it, sacrifice the bishop, push the pawn, go with the rook. She could try it, yeah, but she goes there. So now we're going into line of I take this, and I need one more move. And my bishop is still not active type of situation. In between move, Yamada could input this move to like break the shape a little bit more. She can take this and promote as well, targeting to take this pawn next. But she decides simply to take it and allow this exchange. Okay. So take. Oh. I would totally take this pawn. Alright, we took this one. So now this pawn is not yet pushed. We could defend it, or we could just continue attacking. Yeah, continue attacking seems to be the thing. Now that the rook comes here, we are able to drop the silver to prevent it from going sideways. So we're not so scared anymore. The problem with this edge attack, this move next is really close to the king and it's really scary, so it seems like we're forced to take it with one of those pieces, but we can follow up with a pawn drop, right? Yeah, the clock pressure and the fact that Lee played that one move like instantaneously instead of using the 60 seconds. Think she should use more of her Biomi so that she has more time. Not about deciding this move, about deciding 5 moves ahead, for example, yeah? Oh, that's nasty. Now if we were to come here, instead of dropping the silver, we'll drop the lance because the king is directly behind the rook. Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, so Lily is out of counter for now. Yamada Sensei might take the silver after pawn 6-4. But then the pawn promotes. Yeah, we're talking about the other variation, yeah? Yeah, she could, but Tokin is a huge deal also next to the king, so I'm not sure which one was better. What do you mean, Encortesque? Yes, the rook. I'm also worried about it. On the other hand, it could be smart to get Yamada Sensei to Biomi too. No, you cannot get her into Biomi. You cannot get her into Biomi. She's ladies pro. She's used to it. It's Lily who doesn't have this enough amount of experience. So the fact that he has 60 seconds Biomi, it's for her to use 60 seconds Biomi, not to play a 30 seconds Biomi, yeah? The point is 15 minutes actually isn't much in such a complex games. This move. So it's kind of pressure. But it is the time setting that we had for TTQ and professional players have limited time, so I assumed. Okay, so Lily dropped the lance and forced Yamada to drop the pawn. The rook is blocked, but this pawn promotion is undefendable, yeah? So now Lily is targeting something like this, pawn drop to attack here. No. Promote because the bishop is here. All right. So now Yamada pushed the pawn, but now that the bishop promotes, this can be retaken because those two pieces will be together. It's becoming very complex again. Lily is very aggressive now. The problem with that silver is a very heavy move. And normally you would consider running away with the rook. But Lily has perfectly one more pawn left, so I think pawn drop would be good continuation for her. So we are forced to take and then move the rook, I think. So Lily lost a little bit of material here. She lost the knight for the silver. No, she lost the silver for the knight. But she will try to attack on this line. It would look like she has a good attack here, but there is a small little problem. The king is here. So if Yamada manages to attack here, that king will be soon in danger, yeah? So even though this king looks to be close, this king isn't much safer, yeah? Posture check, yes. Use those points while you have them, time zombie. Alright, so Lily comes to the attack. Again, we have to be very careful against lance drops, yeah? Very, very careful. For now, Yamada's rook is a little bit inactive. It would take 1, 2, 3 moves to activate the rook. So it's a chance for Lily here. Who do you think is ahead? I still think Lily has a little bit of edge here. But she has only knight in hand, yeah? So that's the problem. If she manages to promote both bishop and the rook, I think she would have a good chance, but... So here, if she runs with the bishop, she also makes the escape route for the king while blocking this rook. I would really like that move. I would really like that move. Now we should also consider moves like lance drop, yeah? Takes. The rook is under attack, whether this way or that way. And the attack will be stopped for a little bit more. So it is quite tactically complex yet. Is it bad manner to use all the biomi? No. You should use all of the biomi. So instead of taking the pawn, Lily tries to speed up this move by dropping the pawn first, and as the rook takes, bishop takes will be more forceful. That's smart. No. You should, like, thinking before resignation isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, do it to, like, reconsider the game, stuff like this. So if the bishop comes here, we can attack the bishop, but then it can be ignored. No, the bishop is actually promoted by the lance, so that's the problem. Lily is attacking pretty good here, yeah? Because her rook is active and because her bishop is active. Yeah, Killer Duck is right. Yeah, hype all over the place. Yeah, I would say Lily's having good chances. The problem is she still only have a knight in hand, yeah? She has the initiative, but is it good enough? Here I would consider pawn drop again to like harass the rook a little bit more, or simply to take, yeah. Once we promote the rook, it's gonna be pretty good. Ooh, but there's a lance drop. There's a lance drop awaiting. Yeah, so we didn't escape with the gold. We just simply Lily took it in 1 second and now she's thinking. So that's a bad habit. You should think, even though taking the gold is an obvious move, yeah? You should think about this position before taking the gold. Because you know what you're gonna do? Use the minute that you had, so that instead of 1 minute for the next move, you will have 1.5 or 1 and 40 seconds, yeah? So now the problem is, if we take this, there's a lance drop here, pinning the rook to the king. Knight drop is an attempt to take, promote, type of avoiding the fork, but we're gonna escape it to try to avoid that from happening. I think it was an option to like try to promote the rook here still without taking the other rook. And now we have the option of like dropping it here or dropping the knight here. What else is a good move? Promoting the pawn seems a little bit one-sided and too slow. The problem with lance drop is that there is like this fork here that's gonna leave Yamada a little bit out of defenders and give Lily a quite straightforward attack on the king next, right? So that's something we should consider whenever do we have anything better here or not. For example, if we drop the knight and the king were to run here, we have a bishop drop, forking those two pieces. But okay, we're going simple, yeah? We wanna take the rook, get the advantage. Sorry guys, it's past midnight here, I'm gonna yawn a lot. Bishop drop, yeah, bishop drop, again, the rook can't just promote. You wouldn't have a follow-up. Yeah, using our bio is fine, totally fine. So Lily decides to do that, which means she's not taking the lens off the board. She will just go here, but thanks to that, her rook will be already set up on the king, yeah? Making her king a little bit unsafe, but depending on the situation, it will be enough. Yeah, it does look scary, and it's a good feeling you have. She's rushing. She's always rushing, I feel, yeah. But that's what people, young people do. That's just the youth. So here you would have to spend more time, Lily. I know the pawn drop is obvious, but use the time. Use the time. So look, probably what we're gonna see is that the Lady Pro will have better time usage. She's gonna think a little bit deeper here. So Lily would have a sume if she had 2 diagonal pieces. Or 1 more gold general. So Yamada will have to be really careful here. Yellow thinks that Lily is ahead in this position. Well, Lily has a chess background. Yes, Lily is little bit... She's a little bit in trouble if she doesn't find that additional breath in this situation. By the breath, I mean that it's endgame now. So Lady Pro she will have... did you notice that Lady Pro told until she has like 40 seconds? Yeah. And this is the move Lily should have predicted before dropping the pawn, for example. Yeah. Lady Pro will have more experience in the endgame. Pawn drop is a mistake, you think? King should have escaped, in your opinion? I don't... It's complex, yeah? Because her opponent has a bishop in hand, so it wasn't this obvious, I think. Starting to get surrounded. Yeah, well, the Lily's idea is probably to run like this.
30秒
It's very, very complex.
40秒
Basically, Lily is winning if she's able to play this move, yeah? Silver drop to make a Hishi
50秒
type of situation.
2、3、4、5
So now the question is it checkmate threat? Is it checkmate threat, chat? Yes, it is. So we have to know this at a glance, yeah. Unless the king goes down. Then Lily's forced to drop a gold. Yeah, the problem is Yamada, because she has long range pieces, she's able to force Lily to drop pieces. Like,
30秒
for example, bishop drop, king goes down, rook drop. She's forcing her to drop the gold, yeah? So this means her attack will be less. Well, if the bishop here, king here, rook drop here, and then take, drop here, drop here, drop here type of deal is going to happen.
2、3、
But it goes runs here. Yeah, it's not really clear.
7
So Lily creates a threatmate herself, saying, "Prove it to me." All right. We're gonna see. The bishop drop will happen. King will run, and rook drop will happen. It's gonna be rough. Beautiful. Yeah, gold takes is just a simple rook drop. King takes is not so obvious to me, but will lead to 2 generals drops at the head checkmate. At least. Maybe there's a faster way to checkmate it. And this is checkmate as well. With the drop at the head, a pawn will work, I think. Will a pawn work? Maybe. Actually. Yeah, pawn. So we have to take it. And then we have, what, a lot of pieces again. We can just drop the rook and it's a simple checkmate. And unfortunately, Lily lost this game. Good game, though. Good game. Now we'll have some post-game discussion. I'm gonna do some commentary. If Lily has any questions, rip to anyone who lost their live channel savings. Yep. Never been so happy to lose all my channel points. Blame Muse. You guys are hilarious. Whoa! Just open a new webpage. Wow. Okay. Lily, do you Yeah, so you can see how quickly she knew that it's Sumaya. Like, it's even... It's better to pull this silver back. You can see, like, how it's the difference. How amazing they are, Lady Pro. Well done. How much Lily has to work on yet. Honyaku time, yep, the translation. So yeah, remember guys, tomorrow we'll also have the handicap games at 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Zurich time, UTC +1. Yeah, so they're playing off those moves, and you can see that with the silver pulling back, it was much safer development. Well, only Lily knows that, Kerry, but she spoke on a few occasions that she would like to. Watching professionals play shogi, I can start to understand why shogi's culture, why is this art. Definitely. Definitely. Not to be melodramatic or anything, but their shogi expresses a totally different aspects. What do you mean? Yeah, it is a brutal journey. I spent so much time reading the wild variation, wasn't sure about it. I feel like my movements are hooked. There was some stuff there, Lily, with silver takes 8-5. It wasn't bad. I think the issue was bishop 3-7. I think it might have been risky little bit. If it was if it was an equal game, you wouldn't have played that move, right? Yamadas, what? Yeah. でも前に出る元気のある手が。But taking is a very energetic move to play. How do I translate that? Genki. Energetic, I guess. Let's translate it like that. If Lily is like Jupiter, Yamada, so say it's like this. What? Lily is like a Pluto. Pluto, my dear friend. Rather than choosing a safe option, this is a faster way to become stronger. It's a very weird thing to translate, but basically, because you're going aggressively, you have higher winning chance. If you go safely, usually that means you're afraid and you will lose more often. Yeah. Lily's little dwarf planet. Oh. Is it a planet though? It's considered a planet still. I saw some news that maybe it's going to be a planet again. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is about Lily. Chinchilla of planets. She's a tiny, tiny chinchilla. That's cute. Cute chinchilla. And it has been thrown into space and it's floating into who knows what direction. A cute chinchilla in space. Just hope Lily is not a comment passing by. Sono, I don't know. Is it like you are posing harder problem to your opponent? Not posing, more like trying to find an occasion or chance for yourself for getting something good. Thanks, I feel like towards the end game. Arigato. No. 終盤に近づくと How do you write 近づく? 近づく? No. づく? 近づく. So, this is how you write that kanji? 6、4歩のタイミングが悪かったかもしれません。That's what she said. An encounter field is an extinction level event? What? Oh gosh, guys, you're hilarious. I thought that Lily was doing fine around here, but here maybe taking the gold was the problem. Taking the lance was better. That's what we discussed, right? Problem is, even if you take the lance, the knight drop to 5/7 is pretty strong for Yamada. The thing is that we have the the rook on the dragon on 6/4 to help protecting it, but still. Let's see what Yamada has to say about this position. What current pros are good for watching? Well, before it was Hifumi Sensei. I don't think Tom was a bad at wrong timing, but the following sequence was difficult, right? The kanji for strong, there are many different meanings for strength, but I think Yamada Sensei is referring to the kind of strength that does not back down from a fight and makes a stubborn challenge to the opponent. Yeah, it's more like generic, like getting stronger at shogi, but yes, it's about mental strength, like you continue pushing onward, you don't back off type of strength here. Yeah, Rook promotion looked good to me as well. The problem is your knight will be taken, so maybe that would be kind of weird. When playing your first strong pro like this, did you get nervous? I wonder if Lily was nervous coming into the game. Yeah, she was nervous. She said she was nervous. A major life event to mark on the calendar. I don't remember who was my first... Madoka, right? I guess it was pretty exciting rather than nervous. I see. Dokumentが難しくて秒読みの中もう大変でした。大変。New Galaxy says Lily was the first person played. Nice. When she become famous and rich in the future, keep saying that nobody will believe you. Ah, you love him. Nice, nice. Ifumikata is a good boggin study, you know. Taihen stupid keyboard, yep. That's what they do, New Galaxy. They just run away from you, run away forever, and you're never gonna capture them. Difficult position. Indeed. On move 76 instead of taking stakes 8-4. I didn't like to see Rook 6 to promotion. Hey, Tekio Koyama, thank you for the follow. So glad you're here to translate for us. This is the sort of top quality shogi translation that you say would pay good money for. Well, Yamada is also actually doing this for free, so let's all be thankful for her. Remember to say, like, thank you very much, Sensei, at the end. Maybe she will feel nice because she did it for you guys, yeah? Because it's a promotional event and she wanted to help and she agreed to help, and here we have an amazing game, an amazing challenge for Lily, and an amazing watch for us. My first game of Pro was literally memorable. I think this is spot on that your first game in a Pro can really be turning point in your shogi journey, definitely. And I'm here playing with you guys online, making it boring. Oh. It's funny because right after I played with Ohashi Sensei, I got to play another teaching game with his mentor. Ah, nice. Where did you play them? Is it the WSL or? You guys even see what's happening on the chat? Not really, right? That's should come up with some zooming option. I've seen somebody to have like this loop type of deal on the screen. I wonder if we can copy that. The chat is so tiny on your screen right now. That's maybe I can. Nope. Maybe that helps. Maybe it helps a little bit. Let's go with this. I failed to count the moves properly because I was looking at the position after pawn 6-7 in the position I had read moved which for me whichever long. Okay, let's translate it. Ona ato how do we say magic? 間違えたことがありました。産地銀打つから積みがあると思った。I thought I had that sumo after super drop. It was a mistake. It was ISF teaching games, alright? I was only scheduled to play one game, which was the game with Ohashi sensei. But afterward, I ran a representative PM me saying there was another opportunity. Cool. 入り口になってなかったのが私にとってラッキーでした。Yes. I was very lucky that you barely didn't ever checkmate. Yeah, this is this kind of situations where you totally should be losing, but luckily, like barely you're surviving. This is Shogi. You can barely distinguish the kanjis. I'm gonna read it to you guys.はいはい。はい、ギリギリ2メールになってなかったのが私にとってラッキーでした。And I translated this as, yes, I was very lucky that you barely didn't have a checkmate. Now they both are typing, so we're waiting. Oh, yeah. Why do I feel like I was lucky is just pro speak for? I actually read every possible variation, 20 moves I go. I simply chose the one where I was waiting. Well, for like male pro, that's possible, but here, you know, limited time in BLM, that feels like the god was on your side type of situation, yeah. でもとても強いですね。最後までできませんでした。But you are very strong. You didn't back off until the okay, you pushed until the very end. Yeah, definitely that spirit is very important. We again gonna talk with the meme Japanese spirit, but those things are very important, and this is why, you know, Shogi's culture, Shogi's art because rather than the computer like moves like, oh, this and this wins, it's about the I didn't give up or I showed the respect to my opponent. Those things are very important as part of shogi culture. Not the samurai spirit. Yeah, I know, right? Made. Made. Where? Saigo. Made. Until the end. Thank you. I think I need to be more sure of my plans in this game. I feel like spend more time second guessing my moves than I did. Arigatou gozaimashita. 将来的にもっと自信を持ちたい。対局中。たくさん時間を無駄。考えて。攻める来るのばさがよく。なんてもよいましたが、天才感じのは。Your attack and defense has both had a great balance. You had many great moves, but the most genius one was move 74. Knight drop to 5-3. 同じ手順考えたときに when you keep thinking about the same variation, try to breathe in and out. I think it means take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and that's a good hint that I would need to do so. ゆっくり読んでいく。What else means without hurry, right? 焦らず。Try to think slowly without hurrying. Rushing, is it? Rushing. No, it's okay, Lily. I'm enjoying you're putting nice points, and now she's translating to you, giving you advice onto how read more efficiently. I think it's important. So she basically says that you should take a deep breath and like count it properly, slowly. How do shogi ranks compare across the major servers? The most strict would be Shogi Club 24. 81 Dojo is quite stable. The other servers are not often played, so it's hard to tell. So if you want to have a cool rating, try 81 Dojo. If you want to try challenging stuff, try Shogi Club 24. I used to play Shogi in 90s, now I play chess. I used to play chess in 90s, and now I play Shogi. Vino, which means wine. Welcome. Are you Polish, perhaps? I never quit chess, I play chess now. Cool. How about Japanese chess? It's a fun game, really. We also play chess on this channel every second Thursday. You will become stronger. Please keep doing your best. I sometimes try to calculate quickly rather than precisely. Yes. Accuracy. Precise. Tekikaku. Seikaku. Ah. So Lily said, sometimes I try to calculate quickly rather than precisely, which is probably a bad habit. I will try to work on it. I translated it a little bit differently because I didn't know exactly how to say. I translated that you concentrate on speed rather than accuracy, and I will try to do the opposite. And then I translated exactly what you said, which was, thank you very much. This was a wonderful game. Even in a loss, it is more inspiring than disappointing. So I translated it as, even though I have lost, I have the feeling that I want to keep on improving, which I translated the inspiring part as. I will keep training as much as I can would be korekara ishuken shimasu. So, hi, yes. She said, in the future, if we have a chance, let's play an equal game. Thank you very much. Guys, say thank you for the Yamada sensei. That's cute of you, Guillaume. Indy 81 тоже, guys. Indy 81. A claw mic is here, cool. Alright. So I hope you guys enjoyed this event. Next time we play tomorrow at 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. 2 different games, 2 different Lady Pro. I hope you see you there, and I will end up the stream here because I have to thank Yamada privately, I guess. And I will see you tomorrow at that first handicap game at 1 p.m. Thank you so much for coming, guys, and let's root for Lily in the future, yeah? And of course, let's root for Klaumak and Isabella tomorrow. So have a good night or have a good Saturday if you're in America. See you.